Hello, my name is D.R. Rawson, and I'm one of the co-authors of a book called Intelligence, Artificial versus Human, published by Dancing Elephant Press. Artificial intelligence versus human intelligence. And so it begins. Unlike the battle of the bands, this battle of AI versus HI is something that will likely have far-reaching effect on writing and even the meaning of what it means to be a writer of anything. Let's say that today you're turned 35, 45, or 55 years old. Please tell me what you think of the impact AI will be on writers 5, 10, 15, or 25 years from now. You can't. The answer you're looking for is no one can tell us. What do these have in common? The automobile, telephone, ballpoint pen, telex, computers, atomic fusion, R19, television, digital, mobile phones, compression algorithms, the internet, the dark web, satellite, Hubble, visitation to other planets, BAUD, Bursty, .com, encryption, and AI. They are not in perfect order. They are technological advances. There are literally hundreds of thousands of new discoveries, inventions, and paradigm shifts that have occurred since the time of the U.S. Civil War in 1860. What preceded all of the technologies listed? Human intelligence. Now what? The real answer to this is we don't know. A scientist working at Texas Instruments worked on a team to develop the largest computer storage size possible. Given the size constraints of the popular type memory drive, they wanted to be the first to reduce computing costs by increasing the storage medium size. After months and months, there was an announcement, and at TI headquarters, a celebration was held in order to celebrate the achievement of creating the world's first 10 megabyte tape storage for computers. My friend and brother Mason told me this story after I had discussed becoming the new president and CEO of one of the first internet service providers in Southern California. I asked, "How long did that achievement and computer milestone last?" He said, "Just under 30 days. I was privileged to be included in many early discussions about privacy and the internet. I was there when the first VoIP, Voice over Internet Protocol, contract was signed. For example, each of these milestones had intended and unintended consequences. Those of us who were trying to figure it out at the time did okay, but maybe not the best job we could have given the circumstances. I think that given the resources and the pressures at that time, we did an outstanding job. In each case, thousands of voices were heard. There was no shortage of opinions. The important thing is that in each case, each voice mattered. This book's intent is to explore AI as it impacts our lives, especially in the writing and art spaces. What will the impact be of AI? We'll look at many aspects of its existence and impact presently and into the future. Do you have an opinion? I do. Many of these technologies and inventions have dropped and happened on my watch. Some have had direct involvement by me. As a result, I haven't grown horns, nor do I speak with a forked tongue. But I have the benefit of experience as I evaluate any new spreading technology. Many of us as writers are concerned about having our work compared to and competing with AI-generated writing. We rely on HI, human intelligence, and we encourage you to consider doing the same. Let's not cave to the easy way. Very creative, thoughtful people who have the power to disseminate information. We are who we are. Please decide not to use AI-generated writing. And one last thought. What about the children? Our cause is just, but who's fighting for the children? Who's going to ensure that what they read isn't just dreck? What was mass-produced to provide something so children have books? Will future generations miss out on a literature created by human because it was replaced by cheaper AI-generated text? Every school board in America should be ensuring statements against AI in education, especially in the lower grades where children lack the skill to discern and take so much on pure belief. Communication is the key, and we're communicating. The more you know, the more meaningful the HI movement is to everyone. If you know what human intelligence is, please raise your hand. No, really. We've given this our best thoughts. Well, now we have proof. An MRI proves conclusively that when someone has a brain, is this helpful? No. Why? Studies that nearly every one of us was born with a brain. Studies show also that not nearly enough of us use it when necessary. Personal story. I would be skinning a rabbit and trying to do my best, but I would make a wrong move. My dad would look over at me and say, "Have you thought about using your brain for something besides a hat rack?" Oops. My wife and I have 6 grown children, and I still wonder, I know they have a brain, but do they use it when it's needed? Can you guess about that? Today we're focused on AI versus HI. AI is becoming more and more obvious and ubiquitous. In preparing for this story, I ran across this ad that a no-brainer, as they say, were already proven that in a number of industries or verticals there's money to be saved, but we're writers and readers of what we hope is good writing. My question is, can AI actually write a better story than a writer using their HI, human intelligence? Is it an equal playing field? Most would say no, it's not. However, the writer says, I think it is. AI does exactly what it was intended to do at the expense of our fellow writers over decades. It provides content. If you want content, AI may be your best answer. I doubt it, but hey, I'm not you. My money is on the writer using either human and emotional intelligence to give a story, article, blog post, or comment using the way in which their material is presented. That's great. Some writers, like my rocket scientist friend Gary Friedman, can take the most intricate details and reduce them to a few sentences anyone can understand. That's a gift. Others of us have thoughts and ideas we feel compelled to share. For example, that's the way I'm writing to you now. How could any machine come across with passion and understanding, spanning 77 years and have traveled as I have? No AI will have felt the love, frustration, anger, and calm I felt from people all over the world. This is why human intelligence is so important. As writers, we come from different places, each with a different point of view that gives us the fire, passion, and desire to share our stories. As I understand it, AI can't provide content without spitting out a use case, and then someone with a brain and some level of intelligence tries to describe what they want in X number of words. AI does not think. It responds to human intelligence. Isn't that a kick? It responds to human intelligence. After traveling and meeting people from so many different cultures and different backgrounds, I can honestly say I have never met someone who didn't possess human intelligence. Everyone is different, but so is everyone's perspective. That means that two people can experience something on the same subject and arrive at two different conclusions. I love that. It's not canned, it's just content. Please don't sell yourself short. You don't need AI to do what you've always done as a writer. You've written from your heart, perspective with knowledge that you have or have found and discerned for the reader. You are important. To us as readers, we want to understand the world through your eyes, with your intelligence. Please do not succumb to AI. You are so much more than enough. As writers and artists, give us your best. As readers, demand the best. That's all we're asking. Going forward, AI will absolutely be in our lives. The question is, will you use it to write? Every new day brings its own set of challenges, but some of our decisions are so basic. For example, most of us wear clothes and brush our teeth daily. We were taught that, but we decided to continue those choices. Often, things we do or don't do all boil down to a decision made on an impromptu or sudden basis. Some choices are well thought out, taking days or weeks to arrive at a choice that suits you, your personality, and your belief systems. Research often comes into play. As a retired CEO, all my business decisions of consequence came with research. It was either my own work or that of someone I trusted within our organization. I needed to research to broaden my understanding of the problem at hand before making the decision. In 2023, now 2024, and actually 2025 as I share this with you, so many articles have been written on writing. How to, when to, what to, where to, and even why to write are often the topics of articles, blogs, or stories. We expect that we can trust what is being written in the news, nonfiction, poems, and other works. Why shouldn't we? Our expectations come from literally centuries of reading. If anyone has ever tried to write, they get a glimmer of all that goes into creating any nonfiction or fiction piece. It always comes from the mind or minds of the author or authors. As we progress in this century, the problem becomes, can we trust what we're reading? How do we know the writer isn't using artificial intelligence, machine learning, aka AI, to research the topic? What if the AI hallucinates, a fancy term for lies, or gives us misleading information? If it's used in the research, can we trust what is being offered as a result? If we're not given correct information, it's a case of garbage in, garbage out. This is a standard form of recognition within the computer programming community. It should also be within the writing community as well. Let's get back to the concept of choice. If you're a writer and you're using AI-generated content to explain or identify a problem, how do you know that you can trust the result? You should have come on the same conclusion as we can, and that is you can't. Therefore, you have no surety that the resources you use are entirely accurate. So what decision will you make about using AI in your writing? Has AI become part of who you are, or are you still using your own human intelligence to discern and write about important or requested topics? When you make a choice, if you have moral character and integrity, then the decision becomes your position. If you take the position that you will not use AI in your writing, regardless of the reason, then you've also taken a position. Are you right or wrong? You have either decided to use AI or you haven't. The thought crosses one's mind that there may be exceptions. Really? Like what? Humor pieces, fluff pieces, works of fiction. My answer is no. Suppose the decision not to use AI to create content. Then that's your decision. I hope you'll do exactly that. Here's a cautionary tale. Please indulge me for just a moment. For years I've watched as people have committed to attending a particular event. It was recurring every week. The first week, fresh from their commitment, they would attend and seem to really enjoy everyone's company and the whole experience. The next week, they would attend again. By the third week, they would get out of bed, check the weather, and go back to bed if it didn't really suit them. Commitment lost. The next week, as a sunny day came, it looked really easy. Commitment won. And there it would go. Every week was a new decision. There really wasn't a commitment. Here's the reason. A decision was made every week based on what suited them. If it looked like stormy weather or was difficult, there would be no commitment. If it was a beneficial and wonderful day, let's say an easy one, then there was a full commitment. Is that the way you want to live your life? And finally, I know a screenwriter and storyteller named Sita Abarasi, who wrote an article titled AI Artist is Not a Thing, Term. Her piece didn't pull any punches. It went right to the heart of the matter. She wrote, "You shouldn't order an article, book, poem, or a script from AI, then post it with your name on it and call yourself a writer. You are not a writer." Honestly, all I can do to that is add amen.